It is Wednesday, December 15th in the NBA, and I am back with my 7 best bets of the day, including 2 1.5 unit plays. Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot. Let's get right into today's slate. Now, let's do a quick recap from yesterday, because the past couple days, man, we've just been running on a treadmill, just losing some juice. After our 6-1 day on Friday, we went 2-2 on Saturday. We didn't have any plays on Sunday, then 3-3 Monday, and then yesterday, a 1-1 day. Our best bet of the day, LaMarcus Aldridge, he gets ruled out before the game, which is a common theme these days. Now, Randall fails to get 10 rebounds, and the Warriors do cover for us, so we go 1-1. We continue to push on. Today, we're getting back into the winning column. Subscribe to the channel if you guys happen to be new. We appreciate all the new people joining the channel. We've been growing subscribers day in and day out. We appreciate all the people joining. We're closing in on 16,000 subscribers. If we can hit that, we're going to do a subscriber parlay giveaway like we normally do at every milestone on Friday. So make sure you click that subscribe button. It's 100% free, and the ball's in your court. Now, a couple big notes today before we get into it. Number one, the live stream tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube. So come check it out. We'll be able to answer any question you guys got. We'll bring it up on screen. I'll even give you, a short analysis and kind of give you my thoughts on any single play or any question you guys got a question on. Number two, the podcast live, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Might already be live by the time you're watching this. So check it out. Logan and I talk about how we got into sports betting. Number three, Thursday night football best bets, Chargers versus Chiefs. That will be live later tonight. And number four, subscribe if you haven't. I've already said it once, but we appreciate it. It's 100% free. And click that like button too. And share the video with a friend if you really want to. Now, without further ado, let's get into my first 1.5 unit play of the day. We're going with Nikola Jokic, one of my best bets. Over 20.5 rebounds plus assists, minus 115. Like I said, 1.5 units. Now, it's hard not to take this every single night because Jokic has not only been great this season, but in December, he's turned it up a notch because the man's been absolutely unreal. He's been single-handedly carrying this Nuggets team, and I expect him to do the same again tonight versus the Timberwolves. Now, the last game we saw Jokic, he only played 31 minutes, got ejected early in the fourth quarter. The man had 19 rebounds and 9 assists, easily cashing both of these lines. Now, if you don't have rebounds plus assist line, which some people don't, I lean towards his assist line, but it's really a toss-up. It's flip of the coin because he's been absolutely dominant in all aspects of the game. Now, in the month of December, in just 7 games, he's averaged 14 rebounds and 9.3 assists, easily cashing this over. And he's also just chipping in a light 27.3 points per game as well. Jokic has hit this over in 7 of his past 8 games easily, and the one game he didn't was a blowout against the Knicks where he only played 27 minutes. Normally, he's playing 33, 34, 35, even more minutes sometimes every single night. And today, he gets a matchup against Karl Anthony Towns, which, let's be honest, not an all-NBA defender. Nikola Jokic has abused him in the past. Well, not in that way, but he's absolutely dominated him on the court, and I think he'll continue to do that again tonight. Now, these teams played about 2 months ago, back in early or late October, close to Halloween time. Jokic dominated. He had 19 rebounds, 8 assists, 27 combined. He's also hit this over in 3 of his past 4 games versus the Timberwolves, and the over-under about 217, 218 points. So the sportsbooks expect a decently high-scoring game. It's going to start with Nikola Jokic. Last note, over the past 7 games, Timberwolves have given up the 4th most rebounds per game and the 7th most assists per game to opposing centers, and that's all great because Jokic is one of the best centers in the NBA, arguably the best, and we'll ride with him again tonight. Now, my other 1.5 unit play, another player prop, Lauri Markkanen, running it back, under 5.5 rebounds, minus 120 on DraftKings, another 1.5 uniter. Now, running this back one again, we took this on Monday when Lauri Markkanen had 4 rebounds. Now, honestly, I thought the 4 was a little bit high because he had 1 rebound throughout basically the first 3 quarters. Then he cranked out another 3, ended with 4. But we still didn't really have to sweat it, and I don't think we'll sweat it tonight because that was a game he had 8 rebound chances. And normally, he's not been doing that. He does not have that many rebound chances in a lot of games. In the month of December, he's averaging just 6.8 rebound chances per game, and he's really just cashing in on half of those. And he's only had 3.5 rebounds per game over the month of December. And that includes, you think about it, he cashed 50% of those rebound chances on Monday, which was 8. He had 8 and turned it into 4, and he's been having 6.8, turn it into 3.5. Now, we all know the Cavaliers. They start Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, and both of those guys didn't have a ton of rebounds in their last game. I think they will have a lot more tonight against the Rockets. Now, in December alone, Markkanen gone under this line in 6 of 8 games, including 4 straight, and he's had just 9 rebounds in 109 minutes combined over the last 4 games. Cavs much healthier with Evan Mobley back. Kevin Love's playing great off the bench, and I love Love off, no pun intended, but Love is one of the notoriously known as a great rebounder, and he's coming off the bench too to steal some more on top of that. Now you look at it, icing on top, you get the Rockets, who over their past 15 games giving up the 3rd fewest rebounds per game to the opposing small forward position. We think about this team, what they're starting. They're starting Eric Gordon, Armani Brooks, Garrison Matthews, and Jae'Sean Tate. All those guys are starting for them, playing 25, 30-plus minutes a night. and all those guys are 6'5" or shorter, predominantly 6'4" or shorter. So you got Jayshawn Tate and all those guys out on the perimeter. We could see Lauri Markkanen played off the court, in my opinion, as a potential tonight. Cedi Osman might play a little bit more, a bigger role, especially with this shorter Rockets team that, you know, you already want to play Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, both much better defenders than Markkanen. I don't know if you want to play this 3 7-footer lineup a lot tonight. So I like it. I'll take Lauri's confidence. I'll take Lauri's under with confidence, under 5.5 rebounds, and we'll ride with it. Moving on to 2 spreads and over-unders, and really money lines. We're talking about the Grizzlies money line versus the Blazers, -105. Now, one of our followers, Eric, brought this up to me on Twitter, and I'm all in for it. Now, the Grizzlies are taking on the Blazers, who are coming off a tough loss in overtime yesterday versus the Phoenix Suns, who are Devin Booker-less. But yeah, they've coming off a loss. They've not just one loss, they've actually lost 6 straight games, and they just aren't playing great basketball. Now, they are at home, where we normally don't want to fade the Blazers, but it's hard to tail them these days because they've really been bad. They've really been struggling. And on the other hand, you got the Grizzlies, who have had an absolute resurgence. Everyone counted them out without John Morant, and what have they done? Oh, just only won 8 of their last 9 games. They've been dominant, and it's not like they're playing completely terrible teams. They've beaten teams like the Raptors, the Mavericks, the Heat, the Lakers, the Sixers. They've beaten pretty good basketball teams, and the Blazers, really, you wouldn't consider them one of those good teams. They're 11-17, have not been good this season, and I really think the Grizzlies are hungrier, and they're going to get it done tonight on the road. Now, when we talk about this game, these two teams played earlier this season, same exact situation. The Blazers were at home, and you guys saw the Grizzlies lose. And really, they blew that game in the second half. They lost by 20 points, but they were actually up at halftime, and they just kind of blew it, and the game was just out of control in the second half. But that was nearly 2 months ago. These two teams have completely changed, and I really think the Grizzlies, led by Dillon Brooks, Tyus Jones, Darren Jackson Jr., Desmond Bane, Steven Adams, all to get it done on the road today. We'll ride with the Grizzlies money line, -105. Now, my other spread pick of the day, Pelicans, -1.5, -110 on FanDuel, taking on Oklahoma City Thunder. They're at OKC. The Pelicans, I mean, this is one of the games that you probably don't want to watch a whole lot of, but that doesn't mean you can't make money on it, because both these two teams have struggled this year. The Pelicans 8-21, then the Thunder are 8-18. So not exactly the best basketball you will see tonight, but the Pelicans are 5-5 over their past 10 games. The Thunder 2-8. The really reason that I like this the most for the Pelicans is that Lou Dort is out for the Thunder, and Lou Dort's not only a guy that the Thunder rely on to play great defense, lock up the opposing team's best player because he's one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. But also, number 2, to give him 15 to 20 points a night. And this is already a Thunder team that struggles to score as is, and now they're missing one of their better scorers on the team. I think they're going to struggle to score tonight, especially against the Pelicans team that really has been playing better of late. Like I said, won 5 of their last 10 games. Now, sure, these two teams played earlier this season. The Pelicans did lose by 8 points in that one, and that was a game they were at home. That you guys also have to consider that, 1, Brandon Ingram was not playing in that game. That's a little bit important. He's their best player. Number 2, Lou Dort. He chipped in 27 points that night. Like I said, he's one of their better scorers, and they're going to need him today with Brandon Ingram, Jonas Valanciunas, even Herb Jones, a very good defender. I think the Pelicans get the win on the road. The Pelicans have won their last 2 games in OKC, and I think they'll get it done. The absence of Lou Dort will be felt for this Thunder team. I think Brandon Ingram and the Pelicans get the win outright. Now, moving on into 2-3 more player props. Clint Capella, double-double and a win, +106. Now, if this is a FanDuel-specific bet, it's a player performance double, and maybe if your sportsbook doesn't have it, well, then maybe you can create a FanDuel account. You can click the first link in the description, get a sign-up bonus through dimers.com/COS, and it would help you guys out. We have a lot of different sportsbook bonus offers through DraftKings, FanDuel, Caesars, BetMGM, you name it. Just go click the first link in the description after the video. Now, I leaned Capella's over in rebounds, 13.5. But I'm going to go with the double-double and a win because I like both those lines better. Now, today the Hawks, and we're getting plus value. Today the Hawks travel to Orlando, where they're 7.5, 8-point favorites, taking on the Magic, who have really struggled. And normally we fade the road Hawks, but this is Orlando Magic, who are absolutely terrible. Talk about the Houston Rockets, or the Hawks. They're coming off a game they blew a 19-point lead in the fourth quarter, losing to the Rockets outright. I think they're going to come back, and they're going to be fed up with that loss and come back and just destroy this Orlando Magic team, who currently they really stink at home. They also, spoiler, they stink on the road too, because the Magic, they're just 2-8 at home, and I think they're 12 on the road. I think they're 5-20 overall. The Hawks have beaten them 4 straight times, and I expect that trend to continue. Now, as for Capella, arguably the hardest thing here is going to be the points, because you look at Capella, he's getting to 10 plus rebounds every single game, but some games he struggles to score points. But tonight, I think he'll get it done. Capella has had a double-double in 11 of his last 16 games. That includes 2 straight, and he's had a double-double in 6 straight games versus the Orlando Magic, which includes a 20-point and 16-rebound game earlier this season. The double-double plus the win, plus money, heck yeah, you can count me in. I'll take this bet with confidence. Now moving on to another one, DeJounte Murray, over 34.5 PRAs, minus 110 on DraftKings. Now, Murray is taking on the Hornets, over-under 228.5 points. Truthfully, that could be enough analysis for you, because a high over-under, that normally means DeJounte Murray's going to have to be relied on to score some points, and I think he will today. Now, the Hornets finally getting some guys healthier, still will be without LaMelo Ball and Ish Smith, and the team's still going to push the pace, especially against the Spurs on the road. Now, over their home stretch, let's be honest, Murray really hasn't inspired a lot of people. He's really kind of struggled. He hasn't struggled, really. It's more so he hasn't been that aggressive. His usage rate has kind of taken a little bit of a dip, but I expect that to kind of bump up today against the Charlotte Hornets team. Now, over the past 2 games, you've seen DeJounte Murray only attempt 9 and 13 shots, and we really do want more shots out of him, and I think he will get that tonight. Now, despite getting a triple-double last game, still only ended with 32 PRAs. But on the season, he's averaging 18 points per game, 8.4 rebounds per game, and 8.3 assists per game, total of 34.7 PRAs. So right at this line. And tonight, I think he gets back on track in a great matchup versus the Hornets, which, like I said, they've been getting dominated by point guards left and right. They give up 44 PRAs to Trae Young, who had 25 and 15 assists, and they gave up 31-plus points to De'Aaron Fox, who had 38 PRAs. DeJounte, one of the best in the league at filling up the stat sheet, and I think he does just that tonight against the Hornets. The high over-under likely means we're going to see the ball in DeJounte's hands a lot, and it's going to be hard for the Spurs to score if DeJounte is not the one initiating the offense. So we'll ride with Mr. Murray to get the ball rolling, get back into the groove of things. We'll take his over 34.5 PRAs and a great smash spot versus the Charlotte Hornets, despite his recent performance. Now, our last play of the day, which could be arguably the easiest or the hardest cash of the day, PJ Tucker, over 8.5 rebounds plus assists, minus 111 on FanDuel. Now, like I said, this could be the easiest or the hardest cash of the night, and we got to shout out Elias for bringing this up to me on Twitter. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Now, PJ Tucker, last 3 games, this guy's just been hammering. I wish I had my hammer. He's been hammering this line. He's at 14, 16, and 15 combined rebounds plus assists the past 3 games. He's been unreal, and I don't know if it's the coaching staff just slapping him and saying, yo, we need you to play better without Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler. We need you to actually be aggressive out there. Or 2, maybe it's just the luck of the draw. Maybe it's just where he's just been playing too well, and maybe he's due for a really terrible game tonight. But I think we will get the better end of PJ Tucker tonight, especially against the 76ers, a good team and a team that the Miami Heat are currently underdogs too. Now, over the last 3 games, they started to experiment with the KZ Okpala line, and that really dominated and really worked wonders against the Milwaukee Bucks, which was the 3rd most oldest game, if you will. Now, the first game that PJ Tucker started to really kind of grind his gears and start to play much better, they kind of started to say, you know what, maybe Dwayne Dedmon's not the move. Let's start to experiment with these smaller ball lineups. That's really worked wonders for PJ Tucker. I think that will work wonders today, especially against a team like the Sixers. Now, over the last 3 games, PJ Tucker, the rebound and assist chances have been off the charts, averaging 19 rebound chances and 8 assist chances per game, a combined 27 rebounds and assist opportunities. And all we need is 9 over the past 3 games. I'm going to ride with it. I would have made this a 1.5 unit play, but I can't. I don't want to be fooled by a random 3-game sample size for PJ Tucker. Now, he could cash this in the first half for all I'm concerned. He could really absolutely destroy this line, so do whatever you want with it. But Tucker, he's been fabulous, and I'll continue to ride him tonight. Over 8.5 rebounds plus assists. Could have easily hit this over, yes, but we're not. Maybe on Friday when they return, maybe we'll make it a 1.5 unit play, just not tonight. So Tucker will, again, probably see 30-plus minutes. I think he'll hit this over for us. Now, those are my 7 best bets. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video. Reminder, live stream tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, the podcast live at 10 a.m. Number 3, the Thursday Night Football Best Bets live later tonight. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. This has been Austin. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Let's have a great Wednesday. See you guys in the live stream. Peace.